Good evening everyone, and thank you for joining us once again as we continue with our campaign Justice for Aaron Brady. We are dissecting the fictional gang created by the authorities in relation to the more than robbery at Lordship Credit Union, and we continue to do so, and we're actually going to revisit 2 points that we have covered on numerous occasions previously, but obviously it is very relevant to the facts of the fictional gang that we say was created by the authorities to frame and cause one of the greatest miscarriages of justice in Irish judicial history in relation to the framing of Aaron Brady. And you can see there the two slides we have on the screen. We have on the left hand side, Bernadette, the credit union worker, states very clearly that the raider had a Dublin accent, and we've done videos on that and gone into that in some detail, and I don't think there can be any issues with that statement that Bernadette made. On the right hand side we see the Cascade being blocked as it was leaving the credit union through the entrance, and Mary, senior credit union worker, for over 50 seconds looked directly at the driver of the car blocking the entrance, and she said on 50 odd occasions that it was female, it was she, it was a silly bitch, it was a white Irish woman driving the vehicle. Okay, so as I have said, we have covered this on a number of occasions in their own respective parts of the investigation in the case, and how on Garda Síochána and the DPP covered up the facts. Some of the only facts that were gathered from the murder scene. This is evidence, and it hasn't been put forward by the DPP or in Garda Síochána. So what I'm going to bring up now is, you've seen it before, and it's the web involving 5 people that were involved in the more than robbery at Lordship Credit Union. Obviously there has to be some connection between them, and we've shown that beyond any doubt. There are no 5 people linked to Aaron Brady that can be shown to be in the area, all of them have their phones off, whatever. So it's a fallacy, the story created by the prosecution and Garda Síochána. But in this 5, from the factual evidence, from the actual evidence, from the people that were at the scene, none of the people allegedly connected to Aaron Brady can either be a blonde female driver and or have a Dublin accent. So the 5 faces you're seeing there. Now, this was what I'm showing you here is a fictional gang. There is no doubt there is a gang out there who committed this more than robbery. And I'm saying now it appears that on Garda Síochána and the DPP and the Irish judicial system have no interest in finding those people, because they've gone down a rabbit hole and created a fictional story about 5 people. They don't even have 5 people to create a story. This nonsense about Aaron Brady, suspect A, suspect B, his brother's gone. There's another man, I think it mentions in South Armagh, we'll cover that later. And we're 10 years now. Mr. McGooey told us this is the most extensive case he was ever involved in. An intelligent analyst. So this man knows all the intelligence that was analysed. He was the head of it. And yet, all the intelligence, they can't put together 5 people connected with Aaron Brady because they simply do not exist. It is fictional. So in relation to this, I'm going to just pop them back up on the screen again so we can see clearly. Bernadette, the credit union worker, we just look at her statement first. As I've explained on numerous occasions, she was interviewed by a member of Garda Síochána from Dublin. He shouted at her, "Give us the fucking money," and she said it resembled the Raiders' accent. A Dublin accent. She also said, and you can see there from the slide, that she mentioned the walkie-talkie. On Garda Síochána, Brendan Graham, the DPP, Garda Kenna, Mr McGooey, they all accepted that because we were, let's see a performance once again of a walkie-talkie scanner that had no relevance to anything. As I said before, they might as well have brought up a head of cauliflower. That scanner, and there is no doubt that the raiders, the actual people who were involved in the murder and robbery at Lordship Credit Union, they did have walkie-talkies. And again, no walkie-talkies, no handsets, nothing like that can be connected to Aaron Brady. None of the people in the web that's allegedly created by these authorities can connect walkie-talkies or a Dublin accent to Aaron Brady. And again, I think that shows, and I have shown in the previous 4 videos, the gang is fictional. And I know it is very difficult for you, the Irish public, to understand this, but it has been created by the authorities. They've stood up and peddled lay after misleading evidence, after airbrushing evidence out, airbrushing evidence in. So we've shown it from the murder scene itself. There is not one scintilla of evidence to put Aaron Brady there, or indeed suspect A or B. Not one scintilla of evidence. And I will say again, it would appear that the authorities, members from Garda Síochána, the DPP, have no interest in actually apprehending the people who committed this murder and robbery at Lordship Credit Union. But what they do have interest in is misleading you, the Irish public, even further. And I'm going to release another video immediately after this, well, half an hour after this one. And again, because it ties in, it's in relation to crime correspondent, Mr. Michael Toole. Getaway driver in Adrian's murder is quizzed by Gardaí. Arrested suspect could face conspiracy charges. So they have arrested someone, and there is someone on remand. And guess what? It's not a blonde Irish woman. So they're coming with a load of nonsense, and we're going to be more proactive. We said this in relation to this sloppy clickbait gutter journalism. We will be more proactive against it. And I'll be able to show you clearly how Mr. O'Toole was an instrument of the state in proclaiming Aaron guilty before he even left America. I'll show you how that happened, and how his, I think, sources have given him information in relation to this so-called getaway driver, and how that information completely throws on top of the head all the other ridiculous sightings, CCTV footage and timings that was put forward in Aaron's case. So I think we've shown over the last 4 or 5 videos there is no gang connected to Aaron Brady, and I will say once again, there is a gang who committed this murder and robbery, and the authorities, all these people here who sat round the incident room table in Dundalk, would appear to have no interest whatsoever in apprehending the people who committed this crime. And they're prepared to torture several families with their, I don't know what words to use without swearing, but they're prepared to torture a number of families involved in the incident in Lordship Credit Union, and those who are pulled into it afterwards, because they went down a rabbit hole and they refused to come back. So once again, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and share. We're going to follow up with another video in the next half hour or so. So if the notification pings again, please look. It's a slightly different video, but it's in relation to what I've shown you this evening. There is no gang, and they're not going to get away with making up another fictional part of a story that simply does not exist and is a tissue of lies. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you shortly in the next video. Thank you.